So Houston, we have a problem. I've got like 50 rabbits that I've got to process. I started doing some the other day. I did about 6 of them because I had to make room for some others that were graduating. But I ended up bringing 8 more out here, so I'm falling behind again. I processed 6 and 8 more graduated, and then I've got 8 more that just were born the other day, and I've got 2 more mamas that are about ready to have babies. So it's never ending, but this has created a problem for me. These doggone guys are close to the size. I maybe have some of these about another week, but these 20 over here are ready to go now. So what does that mean? Well, that means you better have a big freezer, or you better just start cooking all this stuff. But the spring rabbit has been a phenomenal amount of that we had. We just had much larger batches than we ever expected. I mean, 10 at a time. We just hadn't had that, but that just means that I've got a really good stock right now. And I just graduated these the other day. You can see they're not even used to having humans around, and so they get real skittish, but they're all inside that little box and like, leave me alone. What are you doing? Are you going to eat me? It takes them a while for them to get used to it, but these are going to be big here really soon. So anyways, let me show you what I'm running into. So I wanted to give you a peek into my freezer. So on the top shelf, I've got 3, 6, there's 8 bags of rabbits, and they're about 6 pounds a piece, and there's 2 rabbits per bag. And then I've got another 3 bags here, so that's another 6 rabbits. So that's 22 rabbits processed. And then we have beef, we got pork, we like our sausages and stuff. We got our ice cream, we got some sausage links, and I got some fried okra up here. We got a lot of different things, but this freezer is full. So what am I going to do? And then remember, I processed a bunch of chickens. So let me show you what I had to do when I started raising my own chickens. So when I started raising chickens, I went and got one of these 7 cubic foot chest freezers. And, I started small. I raised like 10, figured out what I was doing. Then I raised 20, and we were eating them pretty fast. Of course, we had extra family living here at the time. But I've got like 32 or 34 good-sized chickens in here now. It's filled up to the top. Can't put any more, so I'm glad I didn't raise any more chickens. But I also have, chicken hearts and gizzards and livers, and those are for the dogs. And I got chicken feet that I'm going to make some, the bouillon type stuff, gravy and everything. But the problem is, I don't have any room for rabbits in here. So I had to go spend probably $600 and got me another stand-up freezer. And already I got 3 bags of rabbits. So that's 6 rabbits that I did the other day. But I'm going to have like 25 bags in here. So this is going to be my rabbit freezer. And if I don't eat these quick enough, I've got like another 12 bags that are going to be going in there in a month or so. So I don't want to add any more freezers. So I've got to start cooking. So I'm waiting for my garden. I need my garden to get going, and it is. And I'm going to start processing, some more ball jars. I'll pressure can, and I will end up with gobs and gobs of canned items, soups and stews and all that. And it'll be great. So anyways, I have a good problem. I have produced, probably this year alone, let me think about this. I think I processed, by the time I'm done with these 50 rabbits, I'm probably going to be 80 or 90 rabbits that I'll process this year. And then I have about 30 more through the spring, and then I'm shutting it down until like September, and I'll start over again. And then I also have chickens. I did 20 chickens, and I still had about 14 left over from last year that I hadn't eaten yet. And I rotate my stock. So when I brought in my new chickens, you know, I took everything out of the freezer and put them all the way at the bottom. So everything's rotated. But that's one of the advantages of having the taller freezers, because it's easy to access everything, easy to see what you got. So anyways, I keep telling everybody, you need to figure out how to grow your own protein, because, again, what are you going to do when the supply chain stops? I'm trying to show you that I've never done this before, and within 2 years, I now have phenomenal yields. And there's seasons to doing this, so you just can't do it 24/7. Like during the summer, the rabbits just don't cut it. It's too hot. You can grow chickens through the summer, but it's stressful on them as well. You don't get the good yields, so it's you know, fall and spring are your primary times. Gardens are similar, you know, so you need to plan to get your gardens set up. And my garden seems to be doing very well, so I'm starting to get that under control. But I'm telling you, it takes a long time to try to figure out how to do this stuff. So I just want you to continue to look at what I'm doing and see if you can do better. I mean, I don't claim to be an expert, but it seems like I'm kind of getting the hang of this now, and I'm trying to show you the tricks of the trade, what I've learned. I'm going to do a little video later. There was a really neat graphic that I saw about how the majority of the country is basically underwater, where we grow all of our wheat and corn and whatever. And yet where I'm located, we're high and dry. So one of the reasons why I picked this particular location, we don't have the opportunity to be saturated like that. And again, with raised beds, that overcomes that issue as well, because it's just not going to be sitting in a low-lying area, and it's going to allow itself to, you know, drain out pretty readily. The only thing I've ever had trouble with in my garden with excess rain is the tomatoes. They will split, but I can actually put a cover over my tomatoes now with those hoops that I'm doing, and kind of keep from getting oversaturated. But anyways, I hope everybody's treating you well. I hope you're doing well. Do the best you can. God bless.